Hi, my name is Gjurgica. Today for Female Wave of Change Global, I will tell you my story. I have 40 years, I am married and I have a 14 years old son. My story will be my life, my rights like woman in Macedonia, and how is to live here with a rare disease and without right. When we talk about women's rights in Macedonia, I can say that from the very birth they are second-class citizens. The upbringing itself is different in comparison to the growth and rearing of a male child, with acceptation in richer families or the more educated. Let's start with the student days. Always, literally always, we are seen as sex objects. Even knowledge is higher than a male worth, not worth it because you are a woman, or they will not take it into consideration, or any idea will be stolen for the benefit of the masculine world, or the less smart women who are getting everything through the prism of selling their body for career and prestige. I didn't not graduate the Faculty of Economics because a professor offered to help me in the extremely fast completion of education, but as his mistress, I didn't not accept and didn't not finish my faculty because of great fear. I have even experienced to be told that in my 30s I'm too old to work, and how to contribute to this society after so many strokes and slaps because we are women. In 33, I got an extra bonus in my life, incurable rare disease. And here starts a new Golgotha, because you no longer belong to any category of people who contribute to the society. With this disease, you get a disability status without a pension. You do not get a pension because the minimum is 15 years of active work, but how to have those 15 years when before you did not manage to work anywhere? And if you have entered the workplace, most often the first 3 to 6 months you are not insured, so there is not a single internship. And we come to the point when you do not belong anywhere. You do not have any income, or neither you are classified anywhere. Before 7 years, without any announcement, I felt strong pain in my chest, dizziness, strong heart beating, and shortage of breath. Thanks God, on right time I get my diagnosis: idiopathic pulmonary arterial hypertension, a very rare disease. After the diagnosis, one of the doctors said to me, "This illness is not curable." The diagnoses are very hard, and the medication for treatment we don't have here. You should find your own way. That was the worst nightmare. Then I start reading and contacting other patients all over the world, and I learned that almost everywhere patients have 12 types of medication, rehabilitation, psychological and social support as well. And here we didn't have anything, and nobody cares about us because of lack of medication and not good combination of the existed. Once my condition get worse, it was terrible. As a woman with a rare disease, I struggled for 3 years to put the disease in the registry. I founded the PH Association, with which I lobbied for the status of this patient and getting the timely treatment. We are still at the start. Despite moving from that point, we don't have now 10% of what is in the European countries. 3 years I was begging for basic medicament. My condition was get worse and worse, and some patients died while waiting to be registered into the program for rare disease in order to get medication. But nobody was listening to us nobody listening to our voice, and still happening. I, as a patient myself, had read all the news about this disease. I educated myself with only one reason to get medication that we needed in proper time and on time, but all this was without result. And with every and each of the new government and all of the new Ministry of Health was always the same story, a new beginning of struggle. Over and over, like Sisyphus, we got to go to the same path, begging and praying for life. They were and they still are breaking our right for living. I'm feeling like a human being from third class. Now my condition is not good, only because I didn't get what I need. I need a triple combo medication, which is very, very expensive, and I and all other patients get just empty promises. Here, the Commission for Rare Disease has made a new definition for the rare disease. If everywhere 1 in 2,000 is diagnosed with the rare disease, here in Macedonia is 1 in 100,000. And this is a disaster from the beginning. Some of the patients don't have right for medication. For example, here we have 3 kids who got this disease caused by other illness or condition, and because of that they don't get it. Even this oxygen concentrator, I and few other patients have bought it by ourselves. And as you can realize, I have limit from only 2 meters, nothing more. I made my own story to capture the people how I feel. I feel like a mermaid in sky. Once upon a time I was a woman who was walking, climbing, singing, dancing. Later came some bad horror weather, I became mermaid. Now I'm mermaid, the mermaid in the sky. I cannot walk anymore, I can't breathe anymore because I need the sea. I live in the sky, I will die if I don't find the sea. That is my home now. I need oxygen. Please give me the oxygen to live like woman, not like a rare mermaid who is in the sky breathless. It's difficult to live life as a mermaid in the air. It is difficult to squash your pride and pronounce and admit to all I'm sick. Very hard. But I have one single message to all. We must always remind ourselves that we are warriors, and that warriors never give up. Never give up